Let's talk about a well-rounded engineer. So what most of the people thinks about a well-rounded engineer is the person who is having a very good technical skills, or a person who is having going to be have a very good coding skills, and that's what most of the people thinks about a good engineer. But the reality is going to be hit you, because the reality is very far away from what we think of, and what the most people think of. Because if you only focus on this technicals and coding skills, so you're going to be end up with looking like this. If you know about the bodybuilding, so there are many people who skip leg days, and there are many people who skip the upper body, chest, or some others days. So what they in the end they looks like is like this: the people not having a complete shaped of a leg, and the people who their upper part is not completely shaped, because they have skipped their others important things as well. And if you wanted to be end up going to be look like this, you have to be then think about the perspective of a good engineer is. And if I show you the reality is like this, what a good engineer is made up of. So a good engineer is not just made up of a technical and a coding skills. A good engineer is contains the architecture and collaborations. He have a skills of architecture, he have a skills of a collaboration. A good engineers know how to work with a team. A good engineers knows how to collaborate with the other team. Because if you are into your job, and if you are in this engineering background, you have to be collaborate with most of very different teams on. And then you need this collaboration skills as well. And also, if you are working on something, then you also need to be know about what is the base, what is the architecture of this particular technology. And then the very most common and things which most of the people lacks is the communication or soft skills. Most of the people thinks about the communication or soft skills are not manner. But if you see, this technical and the coding things are the things which can be easily replaced by AI. Nowadays, most of the things, if you have worked with the AI, like a chat GPT, Gemini, and different cloud. So if you know the technical and the coding things, they can also do. But what people can do, and what a chat GPT and those sort of a AI technologies cannot do, they cannot have a communication or soft skills. They'll somewhere lack in the architecture. And so that's what a good engineer is called of. They are made up of all these good things. They know about to how to work in a team. They they also know about how to make their visibility in your org. Because you also need to be increase your visibility in your organization, so that you can be recognized. Then they also have a very good skills of a time management. Because you even if you have a very good knowledge in coding and technical, but if you're not good at the time, there might be cases that your story is getting dragged into different sprints. So you have to be master in your time management as well. Because the problem, the technical and coding skills, but you have to manage the time as well. And also, as we know, if you are good at the tech or a coding, you also need to be have very good problem solving skills. Because in your everyday's work of a good engineer, a problem skills comes in at each and every point of a every day. So, and also a very good engineer contains a very good skills, that is adaptability. Because a good engineer not stick to one particular thing, like a one framework or a one language. He know how to adapt the things. Because let's say if today is the AI era, and tomorrow something else will come, so he know how to use the AI. He knows how to if something else will also come, he know how to make a use of it. So you have to be, let's say in today's world, now the AI is here, so you have to make a use of it. Think about of AI is like a tool. AI is not something that is going to be replace you. AI is something that is going to be compensate you. Think about AI as a tool. And so this was all overall the picture of a good engineer is. I would highly recommend, if you are going into this engineering background, if also master the architecture, collaboration, communication skills, not just focus on the technical and the coding perspective. Because again, if I will say you, you are going to be end up like this people. So if you wanted to be like a complete bodybuilder man, then you have to be focus on all others perspective. I hope many of you learned something from this video. If so, please let me know in the comment box, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more such videos.